Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. De Vries, Bottas and Jones. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Welcome along then to Sochi and the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And it's great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Nick De Vries lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Jones, Hamilton, Daniel Kvyat and Albon, Stroll, Ricciardo, Vettel and Pierre Gasly, Norris, Sainz, George Russell and Perez, Verstappen, Aitken, Charles Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty, and Kevin Magnussen. Giovinazzi, Latifi, Sete Camara and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid. Now, it's almost time for Lights Out, so let's go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. This lap, please. We need to get you on new tyres and move on to a different strategy. Exit now. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. softs. They're in first. The time last lap was a 1 minute 32.5. We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Some information on Giovinazzi. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car. Yellow flag. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Another superb Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. Let's have a quick look at how the driver standings have changed. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.